Hey everybody, hey, it's Frank again.
Learning construction. Learn, share, expand.
The previous video that we put out on learningconstruction.com was about the bid award process. So we've just received a follow-up question to the bid award process, and the question basically was, what is the GC's mindset after the bid award meeting? Well, there are a few variables. First, and one of the biggest things, is the cheapest price is not always the best, and we're going to get back to that in a minute. Okay, so during the bid award process, we have the meetings, and after we have the meetings with X amount of subcontractors that we're interested in, we look at how inclusive was their bid. Is everything there? For example, we're going to be putting 50 windows into the building. Why do you only have 45? Just basic common sense questions like those. How confident was the subcontractor at the bid award meeting? When I ask him questions about the plans and specifications and so forth, I want to make sure that he has gone through the plans, knows the scope, and can answer me with a direct, straight question and not have to fumble through his bid or the plans to figure out what the right answer was. And then we, of course, you're going to look at what their experience is, what type of projects they've been on before. Is it going to coincide with this specific project? Another big factor is communication consistency. For example, if we send you the plans, if the GC sends you the plans and he specifically says, please get me the bid back within 10 days. 10 days comes around and we don't have your bid, well, let us know why, because if your supplier is running behind or if it's difficult or whatever the case may be consistent and let me know, communicate, because that means that you are telling me that you are actively pursuing this job and you want this job. If I call you and you don't return my calls, or I email you and you don't return my emails, that means you could care less in getting the job. It's just another common sense thing. Another great thing for the subcontractor to do is ask questions during the bid process. And you are consistently asking me questions along those 10 days, then that means you are actively pursuing and you want the job and you are into the plans. That's why you have questions. Another good thing is, even if you don't get the job, follow up and ask why. Was my price too high? Was I missing stuff? Whatever the case may be, because who knows, maybe in 6 months we're going to have another project and you were interested and you tried your best, we're going to come back to you. Or let's say in 2 or 3 weeks down the road, when we go to award the contract, the other subcontractor that beat you out may go out of business. Who knows what the scenario is, but we might come back to you. So follow up. It's a great tool to stay in contact and show the GC that you care. And I want to get back to, last but not least, about the cheapest is not always the best subcontractor out there. Let's just say that we have 3 bids on windows. Subcontractor 1 is at $200,000. Subcontractor 2 is at $203,000. But subcontractor 3 is at $100,000, which is a huge delta. So yeah, the price looks great, but you got to make sure that it is all, and I'm getting back to this, is how inclusive is their bid. So that's pretty much the mindset. So I hope this answered your question, and check us out again on learningconstruction.com.